Hello everybody, it's your girl Shanel, and you are watching 3 Pink Chairs on the Queenie Network.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Roderick Brown II, aka Ruler Rod, and you're watching 3 Pink Chairs on the Queenie Network.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of 3 Pink Chairs. I am your host, Big Queen. I'm here with Nelly P and Rod. Okay, so we're gonna hop right into it because they are returning guests.
And we are.
And you are. Y'all already know how we do it. So I'm going to start with a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
No pressure. Don't get scared. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, look. I know. Okay. How can we support men's mental health?
That's great.
Isn't that a good question?
Yes.
I think that's a good question to ask a man. We as society, women.
Women?
Yes.
That's a good question. You know, of course, you know, just making sure you check in. It's not easy at all to talk about mental health.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think it's a lot. It has to do a lot with how you're raised and your how you maintain your mental health. Like as a man, just as a person, like whether you have faith, spirituality, whatever it may be. So I might not be on my mental health.
Yeah.
And maintaining or have good habits. So as a partner, I guess if you're in a relationship, definitely finding ways to tap in and see how are they feeling and thinking right now, and being aware of those cues to know when there's a problem.
And what about...
But mental health is like, swinging, like every day it fluctuates.
Yes, absolutely. But that's why I think it's important for us to know how, even as friends, as supporters, as allies, like how can we make it easier for men to feel like comfortable discussing their emotions or seeking help if they need it? Do you feel like women support like healthy mental states for men, or?
I think it's a hard ask because you should, it don't matter if you're in a relationship or single, you should be able to take care of you and, maintain. It's a hard ask for somebody else, no matter who you are, to do much to influence my mental health.
Yeah.
I see what you're trying to say.
Yeah. It's like it's on
it.
you to maintain.
It is on you, but I think it's important to have the support.
You can have
This is a great question because the joke can be made often that women don't know what they want with the food. It's like women don't ever know what they want to eat. But
which is a fact.
But in the same sense, in serious areas of life, if you ask a man a question, he really doesn't know.
Right.
And that makes it even more harder for us to be who you all need us to be because you don't even know how to say what it is that you need, not you per se, but just black men in general. So it's like, for the mental health question, it's kind of like, what can we do? And it can be as simple as when you come in, just say, hey, and I don't mind you going to the room because I'm playing the game.
Right.
When you just hit me up and say, hey, you ain't got to call me, I was just checking in on you. Like if that's giving you your space, because men love their space.
Yes.
And sometimes it's just not delivered to us what you all
want.
Need, and we find ourselves so much trying to figure it out the best way we know
too much
how that we overcompensate,
right?
And then we're being somebody you don't even want us to be, but we don't know what else to do because there's nothing being said. And this is not for all men.
No,
I'm just saying.
I can relate because that's what I was trying to get at with. It's a long road on, maintaining mental health. It's a long road on learning how to do that.
Yeah,
it takes a long time.
You're right. And in a sense, I feel like you may be saying,
you don't even know how to tap in.
I can't really tell anybody else how to do that for me.
Right.
But if you just check in on me, I get what you're trying to do, and that's enough for me. Because everybody's levels are different from what they need.
Yeah.
So, and I get what you're saying too, in a sense, to say, this is my stuff.
Yeah.
I don't need, and men are like that.
Men are like that. They almost feel guilty sometimes for expecting someone to
anything from anybody.
Yeah.
And it's just a long road that I think that we have as black men and black women no offense to anybody else, but that's my priority.
Right.
That we have a long road of how to love each other just in our simplest ways, even if it's just as a friend. Like, even if it's just
to
as
give
a
that
stranger,
support.
You know what I'm saying? Because we are our biggest allies.
Right.
I need you just as much as you need me on every forefront of my life. And I think we get so lost because we're put against each other every single day with everything.
With everything.
And it's so disheartening.
And you know, it's that also when you're talking about men's mental health, it's that masculinity. They don't want to appear weak
Soft,
or vulnerable, and you know,
saying how you might have grown up.
Yes, like Were you able to express it?
Tapped into that. Their mothers and their fathers weaned into them on, hey, you got to show yourself. You got to let people know, especially men that grew up with their fathers. If their fathers were very vocal, very emotional beings, it helped so much. You know? And it's better to be vocal than to be quiet often.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
No, I was saying there are things that you can do, whether you go to therapy with your partner, if y'all are really have a strong faith, go to church and have like a pastor. You could have therapy with a pastor. You could pray together, read the Bible together, talk about different concepts. But if it's established, you have a rooted faith or something strong that you do every day, meditate or whatever that you grew up with, that your parents taught you or you learned on your own, it'd be a lot easier to communicate my mental health status to you and how you can help me. But
I definitely think that's key. It's not. I know. And I just wanted to hear, a little bit from you on that topic, but we're going to veer off. We're going to veer off. So I've been seeing this meme circulate a lot about success being a masculine trait. Have y'all seen talk about that?
I don't know if I've seen
I hate memes, man.
They funny.
Who made that?
They're good conversation starters. I've seen people saying, because like dating is a hot topic right now, and what men want, what women want, and I've just seen people saying that success is viewed as a masculine trait and it's not a feminine thing. But
if you asking me, is a successful woman, is she attractive? Yes. Like, who doesn't want to be successful?
Right.
Who doesn't want to have success?
I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's a little, but you know,
what you're saying,
yes,
because in success and in areas of hierarchy,
you have to be a little dominant,
right? It's like more males in that aspect of life than it is women, right? That's why it's associating to say success is masculine. But I don't agree. I understand it, but I don't agree.
I agree. I understand it, but I don't agree. I understand it, but I don't agree because you can be successful and still be
and literally
a feminine
being
woman.
Successful has nothing to do with being masculine. When you think about that's just hard work, and hard work doesn't go for a man or a woman.
Right, but then society likes to put hard work as a masculine trait. Yeah. That's where that statement even came, which is strange.
And I guess it all goes back to
those tradition
and men being the breadwinner, men working, men providing.
But like we talked about before,
that's totally out the door.
That's not. Yeah, that's gone.
It's a whole other generation of
life. Right.
So yeah,
I mean, if you're a super driven woman and you don't have much time or this or that, like, you'll attract a certain type of man.
Caliber of man.
Who can handle that?
Yeah, you could end up attracting that kind of man. You can end up attracting a more submissive man that wants to cater to whatever you need to be successful.
Yes.
You can. That's right. I mean, you'll attract all kind of different men. So maybe it is.
We'll handle and who can't.
Right. Yeah, maybe it is unattractive to certain people,
Yeah.
Or maybe it is more masculine. If I'm a guy who doesn't want a woman like that, I could say that that's kind of masculine. Or my perspective of masculine or feminine could be different. So
I like how you said attraction because that's on our hot pink question.
Yeah.
This one's a little spicy. Okay, this one's a little spicy.
Though.
It's hot pink.
Yeah, you got
a little spicy. Okay, so how important is sex and physical attraction in a relationship?
In reality, it's important.
This is very important.
It is very
Because
important to me.
Even if you are not, even if you take out the sex part, the physical attraction, it just has to be. You know, it's just like you can meet the nicest person in the world, the most handsome in somebody's eyes person in the world, but if you don't give me a spark, there can literally be nothing.
Right.
I think that is very important, and I think when people subject themselves to just trying to chance things or, well, they were attracted and this person, it never worked, and it's like, well, you're not gonna like somebody that's ugly to you.
That is just fact, right?
Do yourself a disservice being dishonest to yourself about what you really want.
Like, stop the cap.
Yeah.
How important is it?
It's very important.
Like,
I mean,
it's definitely top 5. Top
even
3.
like the initial,
Correct.
you know, you hear women say a lot, you know, he just like this about me. He just like my ass, or I'm sorry. He just like this, or he just attracted to this or that. It's like, what do you expect? I don't know you.
All I know is
what?
I don't know your personality,
Right,
so it has to be something physical.
Right.
People try to downplay it,
Yeah,
like it's not as important, and I'm like, no, because my man has to be fine.
Right. And what are you observing of me to? Not social media, none of that, but just in reality.
Right.
You see me outside.
Right.
What do you see?
You literally seeing something.
It starts there.
It starts there. Yeah, and
Right,
I think it's important to maintain that too.
Personally,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
with the maintaining,
Talk about it.
men and women are different in that aspect. It's
No,
because
keep it funky.
well, I'm just maybe the maintaining is a little. That's with anything.
Yes.
Maintaining is the harder part.
That's true. Because you could have caught me on a good day.
Yeah.
Right? I just could have happened to be looking extra good that day.
Yeah.
What if this is just a one-off?
Yeah.
Right?
Or the more difficult is over years, like how your taste and your attraction does change. It evolves. You know, what do you do at your place of work, or
like, are you staying
the
fit?
content are you staying
What
fit?
you putting out there for people.
Yeah, like
Yes.
the content you consume, like on your phone or whatever.
Yes, like, what are you viewing?
Or music or whatever influence
All that
can
changes.
influence what you're attracted to. And
Absolutely.
it's a hard reality when you have to just, you know, re-examine, like, okay, why are y'all having less sex, or why are y'all you not as attracted to
Because there could be
that
things that
person?
are like turning you off and you didn't even really realize it.
For sure.
You know, as you get a little older.
Yeah, and I think too, so much of the relationship, it's like I'm seeing you. You know, like literally,
physical.
I'm seeing you all the time. And you said the word about maintain, and meaning not, oh, you see me and I look good, because I mean, even on my bad days, this is given.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's about maintaining that version of yourself.
Yes.
And I think that sometimes we mess it up, because then it's like, you shouldn't be doing this for no man, or the man shouldn't be doing it for a woman. But no, you're right. In reality, that should be something that we want to do for ourselves. We should want to
Absolutely.
And we
when
should
you
want
look
to
good, you
feel
feel
good.
good, and that is just that.
And that's
There's no
maintaining-
smidging on that.
Maintaining
Yes.
your physical attributes is
It's
real.
very
That's like
important.
if I meet you and you don't have acne, and then one day you have an acne breakout and you don't want to go get that fixed, that's a problem for
Or
me.
like you stop drinking water.
Yeah, or you're not drinking, you know, just
You're not brushing
normal
your
things.
teeth.
I think the maintain on either side of the spectrum is heavy. I do
Yes.
think women get pushed harder for it, especially with labor and having children and trying to get yourself back together. You know, I think it's a real thing.
Yeah.
But it's important to maintain.
Yeah.
And it's better if you have someone that's willing to work with you.
Oh, absolutely. Always.
Yeah.
So we can agree that it's very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And physical attraction, man, it
gotta
has to be.
there.
It has to
Like-
be there. There's no way around
Like
it.
this question,
I like to ask because, you know, some people gonna be like, I mean, kinda like, no. Let's
yeah.
keep it a band.
Keep it a buck.
It is very important.
You
Yeah.
gotta look easy on that.
Hello, okay.
And the maintenance part is harder than just the
Than the initial.
initial. especially men. It's we see just like women too. Though we see new women, or you meet somebody new and you're attracted, and like I said, taste change. So in a relationship,
you can't change. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what I'm saying. Like.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But,
All right.
no, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap this segment up. That was a good tea. I told y'all it was spicy.
Yeah.
I told you it was spicy. Okay.
It almost got there. Yeah.
Look, it's good spice. All right. We'll see y'all next time on 3 Pink Cheers.